my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome to the channel. Greetings. If this is your first time catching me live, my name is Emily. Welcome to the channel here. Just getting our space clear. I did just record about a half-hour message for members only for the Patreon community. For subscribers only, link for the Patreon community will be in the pinned comments below, as well as in the description box. I just saw 3-3 here. So coherence, I'm being guided to speak on alignment here, having our, and then 4-4 here, a power number. This is how we access our power, access to our internal reservoir of power that is infinitely there, infinitely abundant, eternally there. But how we connect, how we tap in, tune in, be sure we are turned on, right? And how I like to think of that, thank you, Abraham Hicks, is when we have this coherence, this alignment, meaning our heart, our soul, our mind, our body are all, in agreement, congruence, facing the same way. There is no war within. This is like us being an appliance. Think of a toaster, a vacuum. When you are plugged in, you are much more effective. Misalignment, lack of coherence, right? Meaning you're taking action one way, but your heart isn't in it, or you're moving forward, but you can't get your mind on board. That war within can be likened to or compared to using an appliance. Say you vacuum your whole floor only to realize it wasn't plugged in, right? You may end up with those lines, those grooves, and it looks like you accomplished something, right? Because physical action does accomplish some things upon investigation, or once you take a deeper look at it, you recognize, oh, I wasn't actually accomplishing anything. I was moving, but there was no power behind it. There was no momentum. So yes, alignment is truly the key, alignment with ourself, and we can only know what is worthwhile to us, what resonates to us. 222, I just saw, when we are internally balanced, when we've taken the time to fill our own cup, to nourish ourselves, to love ourselves, so we can be sure we're making choices from this whole integrated space versus from a place of lack. So let's just see. Let's get a little tarot story here on this alignment. If you're tuning in, if you're just turning this on, just joining us here, you could say hello. You could let us know where you're tuning in from. You could share with us how you're feeling in these energies. Maybe you have something hopeful, insightful, inspirational to share with another. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for being here, friend. Also, if you are hoping to receive a message for yourself, something that resonates for you, sings to you, speaks to your own life experience, situation, whatever, there are a couple of ways to contribute your energy. You could like the video, you could comment, you could subscribe to the channel. These are all ways for you to kind of like an energetic agreement, right? This is a way for you to contribute your energy. Also a way for you to say, yes, I do consent to you tapping in and seeing what I need to know in this now moment, right? Because free will. So know that no one can infringe upon your energy, your experience, unless you allow them to do so, unless you believe that's the case. For our beliefs dictate reality here. 10 of Cups, I love that. We got 10 of Cups twice in 2 different tarot decks with that members only message. Yeah, we take the time to get aligned. This is what alignment feels like. It feels like inner fulfillment, inner source. It feels like you are so full that you have an overflow to give away, right? To share with others. You're so excited about the life you've created and what you're doing that you can't help but, again, share that overflow. Inspiration simply means in spirit, and when you allow spirit to flow through you and live from the space of emotional wisdom, right? Getting our mind out of the way. We don't eliminate our mind altogether, but we ask our mind, tell our mind, direct our mind, right? Because we are that powerful, to take a passenger seat, and we allow our soul, our expansive energy here, and I just saw 444, to sit in the driver's seat. This is this creation energy. Understanding of what we are here for, and transition, 6 of Swords. So look for a moment of clarity, an aha moment, Look for mini aha moments, full circle moments to come through for you these last couple months of the year. I was sharing a bit about the astrology here in the Patreon message as well, but Neptune just dipped back into Pisces for a retrograde stint here for the remainder of the year, but this is the last time we will see this energy in our lifetime. So it's kind of like a review of the energy we experienced from 2011 and to 2025, you know, beginning of the year here. So maybe think back, reflect, maybe you have some journals, what happened for you in that time frame from 2011 onward. What have you learned and how can you solidify those lessons now that we are in this review period? The last couple months of this number 9 year, all about endings and beginnings. Truly the only stability we can count on is the stability that comes from within. That's what we're all learning on a collective level, on a personal level, as we watch all of these things we believe to be secure forevermore collapse in the external. Know that you will be witnessing, experiencing aspects of your own personal life collapsing as well. It is just what was built on illusions or false foundations, built on survival. But yeah, the Lovers here, I love that. Yeah, this inner union solidifying in the external. We've done the work. Look for these unions to begin to come together. We can do so much healing on our own, and then we require another, these sacred mirrors here to continue our healing. Partnerships, soul tribe, platonic, romantic alike, people to build with for, because the old is collapsing, yes, on a personal level and a collective level, but simultaneously from tower to power here, right after the tower falls, the star rises. And so allowing everything that was on this false foundation, right? Simultaneously, things are collapsing, but creation energy is also chaos energy. And so are you focusing on the chaos, or are you focusing on what is collapsing? Or are you using your energy to contribute to what we are creating? Because these new systems, these new foundations are going to be birthed, born, created through us. They're not just going to land in our lap, right? We're not waiting on some savior, some politician, some savior in the sky, someone to come and save us. We understand it's an inside out job. This is what we are here for. We are the systems we are here to change. This was a resounding message on Patreon as well, but your healing, you doing the inner work is the greatest benefit to us all. Whatever benefits you, truly benefits you, right? Not from your small self, your human desires, but from your soul self, what benefits you, know that that benefits us all. And so as you rise, we all rise. Yeah. 4 of Wands and the Lovers both. Exactly. Manifestation and energy, celebration energy, union, people to build with, shared vision, collaboration. Exactly. Because after the tower falls, the star rises. Anything else that you want us to know on these unions, the Lovers, 4 of Wands energy, creation energy? Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, again, we understand we are inner source. 9 of Pentacles is that steady progress. Pentacles is earth energy, manifestation energy, things taking form in the physical, but as we are connected to our divinity, that speaks beautifully on, you know, what benefits us on a soul level is beneficial for all. 10 of Pentacles, that was peeking through on the other deck as well. That's healing for ourselves on a personal level. That's, again, your healing is the best contribution you can give. Not only are you, as you heal, you inspire others to do the same, but you heal your own generational line, 7 generations back. The things you heal today, your line, the people that follow you won't have to heal. Everything that you avoid, know that those that follow you will have to heal that. And so, you know, not to shame yourself, but just an understanding of the interconnectedness and the responsibility you hold. Yeah. And yeah, we have 9 of Swords here. So there's this 9 of Pentacles or 9 of Swords. And every moment it's a choice. Are we a victim or are we a victor, right? Are we taking the reins and creating and not allowing the outside world to dictate how we behave, but living from this place of alignment and living from the inside out here? And 2 of Cups, again, that solid foundation. This is Commitment to yourself, commitment to the divine, commitment to another, knowing that, again, as you heal, it benefits us all. And knowing your responsibility. In harming another, you harm yourself. If only everyone understood that, right? In harming the planet, we harm ourselves, for this planet is the only place we have to live. This is this understanding that we're all stepping into one by one. We're all, you know, headed to the same place. We're just at different spaces on the path. Yeah, in the world here, this, yeah, again, endings and beginnings. This is a beautiful bookend to this number 9 here, but endings and beginnings simultaneously, right? The old collapsing and the new being birthed simultaneously. This understanding of our purpose here. You don't need to know what's next to trust what's now. Yeah, watch and wait. Really, this year of endings, this year of change, we've been being asked to believe in ourselves, even if we can't see it, right? Trusting what we sense. And also, I shared this in Patreon. I'm really being called to take a step back, pause, to allow myself to get familiar with who I am, who I have become, because so much is shifting. If we don't take the time to get aligned, right, to check in with ourselves, we continue to do the same things we've been doing just out of habit, even if they don't fit anymore. So allow yourself that time and space. Who am I now? Why am I doing these things, right? What do I believe I will achieve, accomplish, right? Oftentimes, if you get to the root of that, the things you are doing, the things you are seeking and doing, and, you know, from a place of, and I can speak on this because myself too, I have to continuously check in with myself, right? We're born into these systems that, you know, keep us caught up in the chaos and just needing to survive, that we don't have the time to take a look at these deeper questions. But now is the time. The time is now. The time is when we say no more, enough is enough. I no longer allow the external world to dictate, you know, my way of being. But yes, you know, check in with yourself. Why do I want the thing? And oftentimes we can pinpoint a feeling, right? We want the material thing, the relationship, the accolades, whatever, the numbers, the likes, the followers, all these things I'm learning as I create and share online. I really have to be intentional, set these boundaries. You know, social media, our phone can be just like a drug, right? And noticing how you might get those short-term dopamine hits, you know, but again, noticing how it's a feeling you're longing for, and learn to generate that feeling within yourself, inner sourced. This is what we're all learning. And if we rely too heavily on anything in the external, trust that it will be pulled from you, because the whole point is to understand who we are, to understand that abundance, peace, joy, bliss, again, these are feelings we can generate within ourselves, within our own DNA. You know, these feelings have maybe, your cells have maybe been laying dormant, but dormant doesn't mean dead. They can be activated. Let's get one affirmation for us here. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Happy weekend. Thank you for being here, friend. I'm going to get one affirmation for us here. I always leave us with 99% of the time I leave us with an affirmation. In Patreon, kind of just to solidify the message. And then again, if you would like to join us in Patreon, link for that, you can find it all over the place. Pinned comments below in the description box. You get access to today's message, but all of my previous messages, and I've been sharing in there for years. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, either routinely or just for a one and done session, if you would like a reading, if you would like to start your wellness journey, or if you would like access to the Inside Out Living Guide I created, would help to make more, you know, I'm always talking about living from the inside out. This is like concrete steps and ways to do so, versus just words are just words until you implement them, integrate them yourself. Yeah. I use my emotions to feel my path, and I just saw 1441 with the mirroring, and 1444 here, 444. Absolutely, our emotions are our guidance. They are our clues, our indicators. You know, we don't run, numb, avoid them. For when we numb ourselves from what we're feeling, we also numb ourselves from our next steps, our guidance, right? We cut ourselves off from the wisdom that's forever available to us, but we can only access it when we feel all of the things, when we are present in the current moment, and know that when you heal, the world heals. Again, your healing is the greatest gift, the greatest contribution you can give to us all. So thank you for your healing. Thank you for being here. Until next time. And again, if you want to be notified when I go live again, be sure and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. I'm sending so much love.